Hello, my Bill 1000 Nation. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. If not, I hope it gets better from here. We are back with another Watcher Wednesday. Oh, I'm excited. This one sounds interesting. And yes, I've seen like they're putting up some more of the stuff that we normally watch, and I am very excited. Can't wait till the seasons are done so I can start reacting to them. Oh, I'm so excited. I do have a few questions. Weird and or wonderful world. If you guys would like for me to react to that, I do watch that. I watch that like in my own personal time. I've never reacted to it because I don't know if you guys would be interested in me reacting to it. But if you guys would be interested in me reacting to the weird and or wonderful world or whatever, I get it mixed up a lot. I have shit shit brain. I have shit brain. Okay. If you guys would like for me to react to that, I would like to because like I said, I watch it in my own personal time. I like it. I think it's hilarious. I think pretty much anything to do has some sort of hilarity to it, and I just love watching it. It just usually puts a smile on my face, and that's what this channel is all about: putting smiles on people's face. Because I do a lot of dumb shit. All right, that's out the way. This one is titled "Are You Scared of the Missing?" Like missing people, missing socks. I'm not so scared of the missing as where did they go? I'm scared of that place. You know what I mean? I'm scared. I don't know what happens to my socks once they get eaten by the dryer. I've never been to Narnia. I would like to see it. Never seen a half goat person before. Satyr? Satyr? Is that what they're called? Satyrs? I would love to see one. That'd be amazing. All right, let's go ahead and get into today's story. I've jibber jabbered enough. Go ahead, turn them lights down low, put on something comfy, cup with someone special. Let's get spooky.
This video contains content that some might find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're not those some.
How do you confront the reality of a missing child? Or even worse, multiple? In a small, sleepy town where everyone knows everyone, that wound can cut even deeper. Who would do such a thing? And do you already know them? I'm Ryan Bergara, and this is Are You Scared? A show where I tell my friend Shane Madej the internet's scariest stories. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and let's see if we can make it.
I need my lights
until the end of the night.
That's how people see me, Ryan.
I'm no weatherwoman, but for my money, Washington has to be the rainiest state in America, and Killdeer population.
I can see that, but come live where I live. It's called the asshole of Ohio. And bro, I'm telling you right now, it rains constantly. It'd be like, oh, it's supposed to be sunny and nice, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get out there and cut my grass, woohoo! Because I really do love cutting grass. Like it's relaxing for me. I put my headphones in, listen to some music out there, and I'm just in my own little world, walking around, cutting grass. You know what I mean? But it's hard to do because it's like it rains every fucking 15 minutes here. And then yeah, when the sun is out, it's so fucking hot. Your tits melt. I don't like my tits to melt. Yeah.
Just shy of 10,000 at last count, has to be the rainiest town in Washington. But I've never lived anywhere else and never wanted to. As I like to say, rain and killdeer go together like pie and coffee.
Yeah, I've been up there. I'll tell you, it's pretty rainy.
I don't like pie and coffee. I like cake and coffee. I like to have a good old big old piece of like vanilla birthday cake. I'm not a big chocolate eater. It's too sweet for me. Whenever I was little, I wasn't allowed to eat chocolate like at all. It made me deathly. I wasn't allergic to it, but it just made me deathly sick all the time. So I've never, and as I got older, I grew out of it, but I can't stand the taste of it. Just drinking like chocolate milk you get out of the store to me tastes like sticking my tongue inside of like confectioner's cocoa. It's just bitter and disgusting. So I would rather have like a big old piece of vanilla birthday cake or even French vanilla birthday cake and then get me some coffee and pour over that son of a bitch. Oh my Jesus, my nipples got hard. Ooh. Ooh. Man, it even gave me the goosebumps. Oh my Lord.
Any place. It rained
It
when I
don't
was
get
there.
no better.
So confirmed.
And,
Confirmed it rained that one time Shane was there.
Well, Chicago, we've got thunderstorms, but certainly not the rainiest because you get a lot of beautiful sunny days too, and snow. A rich palette in the Midwest.
I don't know why, but all of that gesticulation with the smugness of it, I kind of wanted to choke you.
I'd love to see you try.
Well, you think you're a big tough guy because you're dressed like a hipster Riddler? Killdeer was 25 days into its latest bout of rain when I sat down at my usual table at the Muggin Slice.
Fuck.
The waitress, a 19-year-old sweetheart named Jackie, brought me my
Oh
usual,
my Lord.
a cup of coffee and a slice of cherry pie. Hey, Gert, rain's been funny, she offered, starting up a conversation. Think this is funny? I countered. You should have seen 98 with the winds. Felt like the rain was coming in sideways. Had to hold my umbrella like a rifle. Ding. A boy no older than 12 shuffled dejectedly into the store with a stack of flyers. Jackie went to help him hang one in the window. Dog missing, $50 reward, and told the boy she was sure the pup would turn up. Jackie always knew what to say to kids.
Do you find it romantic, the thought of being a server in a small town diner? Oh boy, I'd love it.
I think that'd be kind of fun. You'd
be
probably
fun.
meet some characters like, hey, Bert, how's
Yeah.
it going? How's the divorce?
Oh, well,
Right.
this is sadder than I imagined.
Yeah.
Heard about the horse you had to take out back.
Sorry about your grandma. Sucks that you'd ran her over with your car.
Whoa,
Small town, you see everything.
I guess you do.
Second dog I've heard missing in the last 2 days, Jackie said,
Okay.
returning with a fresh pour of coffee. Must have ran off together, I chuckled. Like those two librarians in the 80s, Maximilian and oh, what was her name? Ding. Another interruption. This time by one of the only folks in Killdeer as full of stories as me. Gus Tompkins, mailman, and at 71 years young, a full 3 years younger than me. Gus, just the man I need. Who was the librarian who ran off with the other librarian? Gus usually sported that easygoing demeanor that's needed for a lifelong career in the post office. Today, however, he seemed distracted. Caroline? Maybe Carol? Sorry, mine's... Gus's eyes scanned the restaurant, nervously clocking me and the other two customers. I noticed Gus drag his feet a bit as he made his way over to Jackie and I.
If I see a postman who seems ill at ease, that worries me.
Why is that?
Because they see everything around town. You know,
Right.
especially a small town, he's got his finger on the pulse. So if he feels like something's wrong, then I'm very concerned indeed.
You don't think it could be because it's shitty to work at the post office?
I think it'd be wonderful. People bring you cookies.
Why is your mouth curling into a Joker
Because
smile
I'm thinking
as you're
of how
talking?
wonderful it would be to work at the post office.
Either you talked to Doug or Sarah Heineman last few days? We shook our heads. The girl's missing. Haven't seen her since putting her to bed 2 nights back. Got me shook up. Talked to Walter at the station. They got nothing to go on. My mind fell quiet while I watched Gus's eyes aimlessly wander around the diner as if they might find a clue. Killdeer was small, innocent. Children were always safe here. There hadn't been a missing child report since, well, ever. I glanced outside at the gray and empty street as the rain got a little louder. Rest of that day, everyone was worried about 6-year-old Ariel. Word was, Sarah put Ariel to bed around 8, and when Doug went to check on her at 9:30, she was gone. No sign of a struggle, no forced
Damn.
entrance. No one knew what to make of it. Could she have wandered off? Did she sneak over to a friend's house? Could someone have taken her? It didn't make any sense, but then nothing did. Search parties were organized, and even though the rain was still coming down, most of the town volunteered to help look. Across Killdeer, all anyone could talk about was Ariel Heineman, at least until they started talking about Jordan Winding. Most folks in Killdeer first learned his name from the whispers cutting through the search parties. Hear about the other kid? 2 kids gone in one night. Sounds like we should be on the lookout for a whole children's tea party.
Love to make the jokes about the missing children.
While I'm in the middle of the search party.
Yeah. Oh, it was one of your children?
Hey, lighten up. Lighten up. Can't take a joke. Ariel and Jordan, by all accounts, had never even met, and even went to different schools. The only thing the children had in common was they were both 6 years old, and they both had disappeared into the rainy night. Next few days, Killdeer was swimming with folks in from around the state offering to help us march through the woods, calling out their names, hoping beyond hope that we'd find them turned around in the brush, lost, but all right. They had to be all right. Even me, no spring chicken, bundled up and walked the woods behind my house, looking for tiny footprints in the thick mud. I felt the icy, damp air press into my bones as I trudged out aimlessly. I was lost in my head, thinking about the terror that must have been gripping the parents. Type of horror that consumes you. You forget to eat. You forget to sleep. Eventually, with no hope of relief, well, you stop feeling like a person. You're just a vessel for unending fear.
This is a Pennywise situation.
It's possible.
Is it?
Did Pennywise ever eat a dog?
No, but he did.
He woulda.
He would have.
Put people away.
Yeah,
Most definitely would have.
Yeah. He'd eat a dog.
Very funny that Pennywise ate popcorn. You ever think about that?
He didn't eat popcorn.
He did.
No, he was simply enticing the child with the
Which
smell of
means
popcorn.
he's eaten popcorn before.
Oh, maybe.
Why would he bring that up?
Are you Josie? You want a cheesy gordita crunch?
I'm just saying, it makes him less scary if you imagine him just sitting on the couch eating popcorn.
He did a really good Pennywise impression.
I don't think food tastes good to him, though, because he wants to eat children.
The rain clouds hadn't shown any signs
like
of
veal.
letting up, and that night, it got darker earlier than I expected. I got turned around, then fully lost. I couldn't have gotten very far, yet nothing looked familiar. The old growth trees pressed in around me. In the rain, I took out my phone to try and pull up a map, fumbling to get my wet gloves off to work the damned thing. I was shocked by how cold I'd gotten. Finally, my location pinpointed on screen. I was a full mile away from my home, and I was soaked to the bone.
Damn.
Then, through the trees, I saw something move. Ariel? Jordan? The crack of a branch. Then a slow, plodding squash. Was someone pushing something through the mud? I called out again. Hello? Do you need help? Are you looking for... Suddenly the woods lit up as a bolt of lightning cracked down from the inky clouds, striking 50 yards from me, mere feet from where I'd seen the movement.
No! My dad was struck by lightning.
Your dad was struck by lightning?
I was kind of struck by lightning. Like, it didn't strike me, but it struck within, like, the scorch mark where it hit was, like, 10 feet away from where I was at. If I would not have been on my bicycle, they said I would have died. All I know is, like, my bicycle wheels were melted. My chain was welded to, like, the sprockets on. Like, nothing happened to me. Like, I got flung off of it. Like, it was like a really bad bicycle wreck. Like, I hit something and went yeeting myself over the handlebars. But I'll go ahead and tell you, even though I didn't get, like, actually struck by it, it hurt. Like, it made every muscle inside my body tighten up. And they was so tight, it felt like my bones were about to break. I actually cracked a tooth. I don't know why. A tooth back here, you can't see it. It's right there, but you can't see it. I can see it. It's like, here. Where, like, I was like, so hard, like it cracked a few of my teeth. It was awful. But I have never actually been, like, full on, like, Ernest Goes to Jail type shit where, you know, I got, like, Magneto powers or nothing. But it hit close enough to where I went whew, and everything sucked. You taste everything weird for a while too. It's awful.
Yeah.
What did I pay God for then?
Yeah, nice try.
I Venmoed him $20 and he got the wrong Madej.
It knocked him out, and then he woke up.
And then he gave birth to you eventually in a year?
No, I was born.
Oh, you were
I
born.
wasn't a powder baby.
I was about to say it would explain a lot.
No, I wasn't a powder baby. You can hold up something metal to me. It will not attach to me.
Let's see. I sloshed through the mud as quick as I could, but when I got to where the lightning had hit, there was nothing. No shattered tree, no scorch marks, and no footprints. I called out again frantically. Hello? Did anyone else see that? The only reply was the tap, tap, tap of the strengthening rain. With nothing else to go on and no urge to tempt the darkness further, I made my way home and hoped I hadn't caught my death out there. 3 rainy days after Jordan and Ariel vanished, 2 more sets of parents were calling the police in a panic. Andrew Carlin, finishing his super senior year at Killdeer High, disappeared during his shift at the Rivoli Theater. The manager said he never saw him come back down the only set of stairs to the projection room. Along with Andrew, a girl in her late teens was missing, Jackie Regan, my favorite waitress at the Mug and Slice. Oh, not Jackie!
Jackie!
That sucks.
Oh, no. This is the first time one of these stories has ever affected me emotionally.
He's going pilot now.
Yeah.
And she's missing, but he's got...
Because we got to know her at the beginning. She had a folksy conversation with him.
Now it's just going to be coffee.
Jackie!
Her car was found, empty and idling, at a stop sign 3 blocks from her house. In both cases, their phones, their wallets, and all...
I read a set of books whenever I was younger. I think they eventually turned them into some movies like later on. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Like it's giving me like those really big like, but it happened all at once. Left Behind. But it was like, I guess like the rapture happened or some shit and everyone got sucked up into the sky and the people who was left, like planes were crashing and there were still people like on these planes and shit. Like it was a good set of books. I really enjoyed them. I like reading for some stupid reason. Not so much anymore now that I'm older, but whenever I was younger, I couldn't read enough books. Like I loved it. I really should start reading again. It would probably make me slightly smarter than what I am. But I have real bad dyslexia, so it frustrates me anymore to read because I feel stupid. So I just don't like to do it, if that makes any sense.
All their possessions were accounted for. Only their bodies were gone. That next morning, the Mug and Slice was full of out-of-towners, news crews, journalists, even a few groups who somehow all made a living in...
What if, like, the town was such a little town that they was, like, about ready to, like, just stop being a town? And then, like, maybe the elders of this town came together and was like, hey, let's get some media attention up in this bitch. Man, we've watched some really fucked up shit. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. There's like, bunch of missing kids. That's going to get some attention. It might not be the best of attention, but it's going to bring people in here. I'm not saying like they killed them or nothing. I'm just saying like they took them to a whole other town and they're hiding them in the basement somewhere. I don't know. I watch a lot of TV. I really don't, but I used to.
Investigating unsolved crimes on YouTube.
Nasty. Was this written for us?
Incredible.
Hey, we do what we do, and we do it well.
And you know when something kind of like ekes its way into other stories and other media, just means you've left an imprint on society.
Yes. If this happened, we would be there. When something goes bump in the night,
oh yeah,
the Ghoul Boys will be there. When little Jackie goes missing from the local Mug and Slice, the Ghoul Boys will be there.
Indeed we will.
Oh, I thought you were going to top it off with a third one.
Oh, I thought you looked like you were on a roll. I didn't want to interrupt you.
When a super senior goes missing from a movie theater, but not his wallet, then I guess we'll also be there for that.
I mean,
Meal
why not?
prepping. It's a lot of work, right? You go online, you try to find healthy recipes, even though you want like macaroni and cheese. You search the store for the right ingredients. You accidentally buy scallions when you're supposed to buy shallots. And then you gotta drive all the way home just to start preparing? Making a home-cooked meal every day on your own sometimes feels impossible. Well, HelloFresh provides 50 weekly recipes with a wide range of cuisines, flavors, ingredients, and they send them straight to your door. There's no thinking, no grocery lines, just delicious, delicious food. And HelloFresh also saves you money. It's 30% cheaper than shopping in store, and it cuts back on your food waste by 25%. That's a win-win. Honestly, I tend to recycle the same 3 meals over and over again. But HelloFresh has really encouraged me to broaden my very narrow horizons when it comes to my food choices. If you're interested in saving time, money, and your sanity, go to hellofresh.com/areyouscared and use promo code AreYouScared16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Ooh. Again, that's hellofresh.com/areyouscared, promo code AreYouScared16 to start using America's #1 meal kit today. Hey folks, this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, here at Watcher, we believe that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. But even though it's pretty easy to find a doctor, finding a good therapist, well, that's a little bit harder. BetterHelp makes the process painless by giving its users access to licensed therapists fast. After taking a simple assessment quiz, BetterHelp matches you with a professional in under 48 hours. From there, you'll be able to schedule appointments with your new therapist and
I didn't know you could have 2 sponsors in the
text,
same damn video, bro.
or even a video session if that's more your speed. And better yet, it's not limited to the States. For all our international friends out there, this service is for you too. BetterHelp's mission is to lead everyone to a happier, healthy life today. So join 2 million others who have already taken the first step towards leading a more balanced life. Head to the link www.betterhelp.com/areyouscared to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. That's www.betterhelp.com/areyouscared. Now, back to the episode.
Yay!
Everyone wanted to talk to locals, on the hunt for suspicions and theories. I just stared into my coffee cup, somehow expecting Jackie to suddenly appear with a fresh pot and explain away this madness. Whole town's gone bananas, Gus sighed, slumping into the chair across from me. All these strangers shoving recorders in my face, asking who I think's done it, and this rain. Gotta drive all the way over to Hank's Cutoff to get to the lowlands. Route 23 is flooded.
Hey, Gus is still here.
Yeah, he's still out there gussing it up.
I like the idea that multiple people have vanished from the face of the earth, and he's just like, whole town's gone bananas.
What's all the fuss about? Where's my pie?
So 2 kids have vanished. Big whoop.
I can't get a stack of flapjacks because some kids go missing?
Is this suspicious? It seems suspicious.
Oh, we should start taking suspects.
Gus is my number. I mean, I don't know anyone else in town,
Yeah.
so it's gotta be Gus.
What if it's the narrator? Don't think too long.
I think I'd still have to go with Gus.
I'm gonna go the narrator. We'll see who's right. I whispered, what is going on? Jackie wouldn't harm a soul. She's the best of us. And those kids? Gus, who could have
What if
done
it was
this?
Jackie?
I heard my voice begin to shake and tried to tighten my grip. You know, Jackie said she had an ex who was a creep, but Gus shook his head as he leaned forward. I know just about everyone in this town. I see their homes, I see their mail. If someone's doing this, they ain't from Killdeer. The way everyone's disappeared, no clues, no signs of struggle, it's almost... Gus picked up his mailbag and whispered to me.
Biblical.
I'm not convinced they're human at all.
Gus.
What are you getting at, Gus?
I think he's suggesting there's some sort of monster or alien. Oh! Or something from another dimension.
Bigfoot.
Ooh, like lightning people or something?
Lightning people.
Yeah.
Yep, you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be sick as hell.
They look like lightning bolts.
Yeah. People are like, what the hell? And then it walks up to you and gives you a hug, and then you disappear.
I raised a skeptical eyebrow as Gus plodded out the door.
I don't think you disappear. I think you
We'd
just
had
like
supposed Bigfoot sightings any
melted.
town within 100 miles from the forest had.
Ashed.
But I hadn't figured Gus to be a passenger on that crazy train. Was he trying to distract me from my sadness? Didn't work. There was a logical explanation to these disappearances. There had to be. But then again, it did seem like only a monster would take 4 children. Or rather, only a monster would take 4 children and 2 adults. 2 days after the teens disappeared, Marcus Gruber failed to show up for his shift at Renault's Hardware. Meanwhile, the manager of the Timber Inn, fully booked by out-of-town looky-loos, was furious when his housekeeper Bella Huang stopped reporting for work. The day after that, Kevin Lucci went out to his orchard and never returned. And when Marilyn Green's husband got home from work, he found a pot of water boiling, but no Marilyn.
Where are these people going? This is so many people.
I don't know, man.
Is it gonna end with the narrator being the only person left in town?
Oh, like maybe they got Thanos snapped.
Could be.
It kind of reminds me of the one where she was on like the Peloton and like evidently the people went through and kidnapped everyone that lived around her and threw her in a room. You remember? If you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. It was good. I liked it. It kind of reminds me of that.
A slow snap?
Yeah, like a snap that's like Final Destination, like
Just a little
sequential.
one, like he just sort of points at someone and he's like, just you.
Just picturing Thanos going, gone. Out of there.
Practicing for the big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they haven't described Gus. He could be a big purple guy.
He could, you're right, Gus could beat Thanos.
Or
With
Grimace.
8 people now gone, Killdeer descended into panic. Except for their families, everyone stopped searching for the missing. Priorities shifted from helping your neighbors to protecting yourself. Overnight, gun sales quadrupled. Folks stopped saying hi and started whispering. Rumors about who could be behind this sprinted around town. Meanwhile, more and more strangers started arriving in town, each with a new wild idea about what was going on. I stopped going out, even to the Mug and Slice. Even to the Mug and Slice?
Even to the Mug and Slice.
This must be serious.
It's
Nothing's going to
serious.
stop me from going out for a slice and a little cup of coffee, I tell you that.
Ooh, it does.
I mean, I'm not a big pie and coffee person. Like, I like a glass of milk with my pie. If it's coffee, it's cake. I gotta have, coffee goes with cake, cookies, vanilla bean ice cream, pour a little bit of coffee over it. It's so good. I love coffee. Okay, I do. I'm sorry. It goes with everything.
That does sound nice. Why don't we eat pie when we record these episodes,
That'd be great.
Why won't you let us do that?
It's not me. It's that nasty Stephen Lim.
That is that nasty Stephen Lim.
That little penny pincher.
He won't let us eat food on our shows.
That's true.
Says it's not our brand.
My days were spent peering out my blinds. The
But
only
he's
person I
eating
saw
food on the
out
show
anymore
now.
was Gus, going house to
I
house,
smack him.
delivering the mail under the thickening downpour. Spending my days alone gave me plenty of time to think about the missing. The pattern was obvious, always in pairs, 1 male and 1 female, and the victims were
Maybe
getting
they're building
older
an
with
ark.
each disappearance. I checked my doors and windows at night and started keeping a broken mop handle nearby just in case. Still,
I like that.
what kept me up at
I like
night
that a lot.
wasn't fear about myself. Who would want to do anything to me? No, my sleepless nights were filled with worry about those who were already gone. Until... Oh, that's a good place to stop there. Pairs, you say, huh?
Pears, pears, pears. He doesn't have a pear.
Well, it's
This
not
narrator
necessarily...
doesn't have a
Well, not necessarily they're all related or whatnot. They're just same age group.
But I can't think of anyone that we've heard of in this story who would be an
Yet.
accompany. Yet.
I'd be so nervous as the ages started getting closer to mine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
could
then
you
as
imagine?
soon as it passed me, I'd be like,
Yeah, I'd be like,
right,
Baller Town,
time to go
baby.
get some pie.
I was lying in bed
is
in a
bad.
restless haze at 2 a.m., listening to the rain drum angrily against the window when suddenly there was a knock. Bang, bang, bang. Strong, authoritative. Bang, bang, bang. I had to remind myself to breathe as I reached down and grabbed the mop handle. But the banging had stopped, replaced by a thud, thud, thud. Whoever was out there was done knocking. They were coming for me after all, and they were kicking my door down. Who's there?
I'd be stabbing
I
the
swear I said it
motherfucker.
aloud, but the words may have gotten caught in my throat. The thudding continued. I fumbled to my phone as the door jamb started to splinter. I begged my phone to unlock as my hand shook wildly. Come on, unlock. Boom. The door gave way. It was too late. Into the house strode Gus? I screamed it, still clutching the mop handle. Gus pointed his shotgun dead at me.
Gus!
What the fuck? Gus is packing? There's no way his old ass is gonna be able to blast
Now
that
hang on
shotgun
a
and
second.
survive it.
Now hang on a goddamn second. A shotgun is not what was used on any of the other people. As far as we know, there'd be a mess, big mess, big mess.
That's true.
Which leads me to believe you may in fact be correct, and the narrator has inadvertently been up to no good, but we're about to find out. Take it away. Let's
Just
find out.
basking in the
find
sunlight
out.
of being right. Gus, no! I watched his eyes dilate, then register me standing there, afraid, and he lowered the gun. Gert, you're okay. I tried calling, but the cell towers are flooded. Abe Gardner's gone. Worried you might be too. I caught my breath, and Gus accepted my invitation to a glass of water. He apologized about the door and explained that he couldn't sleep, that his mind's been racing since he first reported Ariel missing to Jackie and I. The dark circles under his wild eyes reflected my own. I put my hand on Gus's and told him it was the same for me. Are they gonna kiss?
That'd be sweet.
In fact, him being here was the
is
first
getting
bit
weird.
of warmth I'd felt in Killdeer since that morning. I can't swear to it, but did Gus blush?
Oh, maybe they are sweet on each other.
Is
This is adorable.
Is this one of those like thriller movies where all of a sudden in like the second act, the two main characters band inexplicably?
Like in Terminator.
Like in Terminator, that's right.
That
they're
actually
like-
plays a pretty big role in
That's
that. But
true.
yeah. I want these men to kiss each other.
You've always asked for this. You've asked for a story that just ends up being a love story.
That's all I want out of this series. Wait. Maybe when something happens when people kiss, and this sort of like kiss, and then they implode.
Suck into
Oh,
each
like
other.
the body snatchers, kinda?
Sure. I don't know. See what happens.
This wasn't the time to discuss it. I was in my nightgown after all, but the next time our paths crossed at the Mug and Slice, as Gus rehung the door, I assured him no one would come after an old lady like me.
Oh! Why can't it be an old fella?
Yeah, I know.
I was rooting for these two old men to smooch.
I thought it was an old dude this whole time. What does it say about us, I guess? Perhaps we just thought, like we assumed it was an old guy?
Yeah, I guess Gert is a lady's name sometimes.
shit.
Yeah, Gertrude.
Gertie.
How often do you see stories about two old gay men, you know?
That would have been fantastic.
It would have been.
As Gus rehung the door,
Oh,
I
wrinkly
assured him no one would
balls is
come after an
clapping.
old lady like me, and he headed home. Maybe I should have asked him to stay, but I was suddenly starting to feel a bit feverish. That rotten feeling behind your eyes was creeping in, and my skin had grown clammy. I was too hot, or was it too cold? And my eyes were watering. I could have sworn the walls in my room began to almost shimmer. I wiped my eyes and looked around. A ringing started to grow in my ears. The walls were more than shimmering. They were glowing, an ethereal blue.
Is this how it happens? The
Either
disappearing?
Gert accidentally ate a bag of mushrooms, or something
This is it.
supernatural was happening.
Maybe it's love.
You fall in love and you disappear?
This is what I predicted. It's
You did not predict
No,
that.
I said, yes, I did. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
So mad about
Holy
that.
shit.
I got a little defensive there.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
What was that voice that came out of you too?
Oh no. But what I was saying was when people kiss. And that's romance, isn't it?
I'm still taken aback by the pitch of that voice. No, I said, yes, I did.
I'm feeling the Riddler vibes. You know?
It's crazy. Holy shit.
Oh,
Anyway,
fuck.
I did say that.
You did kind of say that, but not
said
really.
it.
Detective brain.
All right.
He definitely said it.
I was blinded by a pulsing blue light that came from every corner of the room. My skin broke out in a cold sweat. I
Oh,
was alone.
shit.
The drapes were drawn, but my skin prickled everywhere like someone was watching me. Then, I screamed. It felt like a hook the size of a manhole cover had been driven into my chest and was yanking me up towards the ceiling. My hair, drenched in sweat, hung across my eyes, which failed to adjust to the throbbing light. The searing pain in my chest was an agony unlike any I'd felt before. I felt myself slipping out of consciousness. Before I blacked out, the last thing I saw was my ceiling split apart and a bolt of lightning shoot out of the clouds straight at my chest. Fucking aliens, dude.
Oh, wait, aliens?
Fucking aliens, dude.
Fucking
She's getting
aliens,
abducted.
bruh.
She got hooked on the
got
alien
hooked.
rod,
She
dude.
got-
Aliens up there like... Oh, I got a big one. I got a big one, Bert.
I got an old lady. I tell you what, I really like lightning as a stand-in for abduction. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's
I
interesting.
awoke in a
Different way to
small
look
white
at it.
room with no furniture and no wall decorations. There barely seemed to be walls at all. In every direction, the white floor ended in a mist that extended all the way to the white ceiling. The only other object in the room, holding his knees and looking worse for wear, was Abe Gardner. Abe? Suddenly, the misted walls cleared away, revealing a larger room, still all white, but whose cloudy walls were now hundreds of yards away in every direction. I scanned the room. Not far away, the two missing 6-year-olds were huddled together, and near them was Jackie and the other teen. They all looked emaciated, like they hadn't eaten for days. The other missing Killdeer residents were there too, as well as a pair of cats, 2 cows, 2 horses, chickens. I even recognized a dog as being the one from the flyer in the mug and slice. Everyone was here, though no one looked well. I pushed my legs into motion towards the group, but was stopped dead by a piercing shriek. From the opposite side of the room, a dark, writhing mass started sliding towards me. As it got closer, its appearance made my jaw fall open and my body go limp.
That's an alien.
Do you want to guess what the alien looks like?
It sounds like Grimace from the McDonald's commercials.
I think I remember that.
Big purple guy.
Yeah, kind of like Grimer from Pokemon. Oh, you don't know Pokemon.
No.
You know, I like to stay classic. Big head, little body.
Yeah. I'd like him to look like Beatles.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You know? Mop tops, playing the drums. I'm just kidding. Bugs.
So dumb, dude. It was 10 feet tall, with an almost aquatic flesh, like an enormous jellyfish with no tentacles. It came close, then lunged at me until it was inches from my face. It smelled like death. From deep within itself,
Punch
it
in his
began to
face.
talk. Look upon me and rejoice, my daughter, for your salvation is now assured. Welcome to the new ark, the ark that will save your planet. A great flood is coming, and I have been charged with delivering you from eternal damnation. I opened my mouth to speak, but the creature cut me off. I was blind, but now can see, for I've read your books, I've spoken to your gods. He said the second great flood was upon you, and that I was your planet's only salvation. The misty walls rose again around Abe and I, separating the two from the rest of the room. That was 4 days ago. We haven't had any food or water since. I spend my waning waking moments thinking of Killdeer, of Gus, but when I sleep, there's nothing left but the rain. So, are you scared? So it is positing that the original Noah's Ark actually in fact happened because it says second.
I guess so.
That's kind of cool. This is a great story.
It was a great story. I loved the
was a
atmosphere.
good story.
I loved Gert. I wish Gert was a fella and that those two men had, you know.
I just like know. Okay, I don't know what is going on, but I feel like at the end of every one of these stories here lately, like the past 3 or 4, I'm coming out with some blue balls, bro. Like, does that make sense? I hate blue balls.
Lived happily ever after. Hey, you know what? Actually, in the comments, write out a nice happy ending for
That's
Gert
true.
and Gus. Male Gert and Gus.
Male Gert and Gus exchanging some saliva.
Yeah. Really give us the details.
It doesn't seem like they're saved either because they're going to starve. Well, Blob Man doesn't have any idea. He's just going to start poking them with sticks, going like, hey, what's wrong?
I mean, I assume there's a suggestion box of some kind or something where you can say like, hey, we could use some Chex Mix down here. I don't think he will. I think the horror of the story is that they have allegedly been saved. Everyone on Earth is doomed, but this alien who is saving them is sort of doing it as this like glorious plight without actually thinking of the lives of these people.
That's true, and he's going to be so disappointed when he returns to homeland and has no animals to put in his little
Bones,
zoo.
yeah, just bones.
It's just he's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna open the back of the truck like a UPS guy, like, all right, look at all the delivery, and it's just gonna be skeletons there.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Guess I gotta go back.
Hey, I loved it. That's a great story.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
feel
That story
blue-balled.
was submitted to us and actually written specifically for this show by our very own Garrett Werner.
I should have known.
Garrett, you
Good
blue
stuff,
balled
Garrett.
me, bud.
And sure, you could say, why did it take you 3/4 of the story to realize the narrator was in fact a female?
Well, anyway.
It's Garrett's
Sleep tight.
fault.
Don't let the blob man bite?
We certainly can't do this for every single episode.
Oh,
this
we
season,
certainly
we?
can.
Don't let the blob man bite.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. All right. I really enjoyed it, but I feel like I'm getting blue balled. Like I wanted there to be more to that story, which is, that's a good thing. Like whenever you hear a story and you're like, oh no, there should be more to this story. I want to know more. Right? That's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. So I don't know. I just kind of feel blue balled. Like there should be more to this. I want to see them rebel against the alien that's trying to save them. I want them to take over his ship and I want them to cook him. I want them to cook him and eat him. Yeah. All right. I really enjoyed today's video. If y'all enjoyed today's video as much as I did, please go down there, hit that thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. While you're down there, if you want, go over and slap that subscribe button. Become part of the B5 Nation. We do some crazy stuff here. If you want to know when that crazy stuff happens, ding that bell. It might work for you. It might not. It probably won't. But if it do, jump in on one of my premieres. Get over in the live chat and be like, hey, Bill, I finally got that ding. And I never want to go back. I'm like, hells yeah. Leave a like and dip. That's all you got to do. As always, be good to one another. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Damn. Thought I seen something glitch. Glitch in the Matrix. Oh no.